Hey guys, I'm gonna be reviewing a video called My Wife's Corn Career Has Changed Our Relationship Forever. Sorry, mate, but you don't have a wife.
Neither of us wants to end the relationship. We want to stay together. But I don't like
She already ended it.
the idea of Kat sleeping with other men. How do you feel watching that back?
Yeah, how things have changed.
What do you do for a living?
So for a living, I make adult content primarily on OnlyFans.
And I work in IT.
Do you make good money?
IT and OnlyFans, the perfect couple. Because she believes that she can actually do that with him. Yeah.
Near enough $5,000 a month. But I'd like to be maybe like 10,000. I think that would be like the goal.
And how are you planning on getting there?
Yeah, at the moment I just post solo and girl stuff, and I've had a lot of people ask about boy-girl stuff, so I think a lot of people would come back or subscribe to me if I did do that.
And would you do it?
I would do a scene with someone else, yeah.
And how do you feel about the idea of her sleeping with another man?
There is that level of...
Man, how is this even real? Like, how can he sit there and actually just accept it and talk about it as if it's, oh, that's just normal? How would you feel if your wife would sleep with another guy? Oh, yeah, you know, I don't know. We'll see, you know, maybe I like it. I'm just a proper British lad. It's just what we do, innit?
jealousy. Obviously, it's difficult to
Yeah, duh.
split it emotionally. There is Kat, and then there's Katie, the porn star.
What do you mean? It's the same human being, just because she puts on an act? What difference does it make? This is so stupid.
But they're both my wife.
No, she's literally not by any definition.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello. Wow. About 6 months ago, I did my first collab with another man that involved like full sex with somebody else who was a man. So yeah, that was a big thing. Obviously I've done it since, but you met him actually, haven't you?
I met him. He didn't know who I was. And I went, "You fucked my wife!" And he was like... And then I introduced myself.
Do you get jealous thinking about Kat's work?
Well, I probably have been a bit jealous, considering what you do.
I think porn and sex are two completely different things. Yeah. And I don't think you...
What is the difference? Tell us. I get what she means. The one she does for work, so to speak. And work doesn't even exist. Work is something that's in your head. There's no such thing as a job or work. Where is it? Can you sense it with any of your senses? It doesn't exist. It's the matrix in your head. And then the other, yeah, is you sleeping with your husband who you don't want to sleep with, which is why you look for other men. You just don't want to say it out loud. Maybe the husband earns good money at IT. Who knows? I don't want to really speculate about it. Now she has enough herself, but there could also be some other reason why she still wants him to stick around. But clearly, as far as sexual attraction goes, it's gone. Maybe it was never really there. Maybe at the beginning, a little bit.
You fully understand that yet, but it is, for me anyway, it's like acting. It's not anything other than acting.
Yeah, but with the...
Yeah, okay, there is a lot of acting involved for sure, but it still is what it is. You still do it, whether you're completely acting or even partly acting during. What does it matter? How does it change anything for your husband? It just changes nothing. For example, if your husband would be doing it, let's say it was the other way around, and you would love him, would you then think that it's any different? If he would say that he was acting while doing it with the other girls? What difference does it make? He still does it with them, so he's acting? Like, what does that even mean anyway?
With the girl scene, I've got no problem with that.
Yeah.
And that's...
Yeah, That's of course also stupid that he has no problem with it, but I can understand that it's different.
But that's different, you know?
Yeah, I understand that, yeah.
Oh my god, man, this guy is he's just a loser. That's what he is. What else can you say? Just the very definition of it.
I think the first couple were a bit difficult.
Yeah, I remember like when I got home from the first one, even though you were like, yeah, no, it's fine, I understand it's work, and I think the next day you were just like a little bit quiet, and I was like, you okay? And you were like, yeah. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you're okay?
I like how a lot of it's like out of sight, out of mind. It's like I know when, I know what she's doing, but I don't want to know details.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that says it all. If you don't want to know what your wife is doing because it hurts you so much, then that's it. That's when you should break up, because you can't in any way be open with her. You can't even talk about what she does at work. It's already over. What the hell, man?
Don't want to know like the explicit stuff. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but like you've done it quite a lot.
Man, what kind of a broken relationship is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell for sure the way you talk. It doesn't bother me at all, innit?
Would you do a scene with Rob?
I think I'd be very nervous doing a scene with Rob. The only times we've ever had sex is just like, for us, filming it is very different and putting it out to all these people online, especially because we're married. People might not like it, might get a lot of hate comments, so...
I would have thought it'd be more comfortable with me, because you know me. It's like when you've done scenes with like the other girls. First time you're always really nervous.
Yeah.
Once you get to know them for a bit, it's more comfortable.
How involved have you got? What have you done?
Well, I've filmed several videos.
Two with his dick in.
Yeah.
We did like a Valentine's Day blowjob, didn't we? I thought that's what it was. I was like, oh, thank you so much for getting me all this sexy underwear. Before we go out to dinner, let me just like suck your dick.
Oh, and I come up with some good ideas for TikToks and things.
You do come up with some good ideas. Plug
Yeah, the
one.
light up butt plug.
Yeah.
I did like the Mario Kart intro, go red, beep,
And then
go
you
green.
had the remote and then turned it green.
Have you thought about having an open relationship?
Yeah, it's something that we do.
There's no such thing as an open relationship. What does that even mean? Any example of this is just one side not finding the other side attractive enough. Like the Destiny guy, he was with this girl, he was way below her in looks. She used him, I think, to get a green card or something. I don't know what the reason was. Maybe just for money. It was something. And then, she was together with another guy who was better looking than him. And he was acting the whole time as if he's this cool guy. Oh yeah, I'm just an open relationship guy with his blue hair. She never wants to touch him. It was just clear as day to everybody. Yeah, that was one of the saddest things I've ever seen, the saddest open relationship. An open relationship is literally just the other side saying, hey, I don't find you attractive anymore, you're not good enough for me, can I go and F somebody else?
Discussed before we got married. Kat's more into the idea than I am. But at the moment, I wouldn't want us to move into that kind of open relationship.
What difference does it make? You're already in the worst relationship on earth. How much worse can it get?
Yeah, we've been to one
Swingers party is in like
party.
a sort of night out, like people drinking, like 100 people there sort of thing. But that was, I think you enjoyed it more than me.
Oh yeah.
It,
Did you swing?
well, I didn't do anything. I was a bit tired and I drank too much Diet Coke, so I felt a bit sick. But all the people, like the other content creators, they all went off and had like this massive orgy. And I remember just sticking my head around and I was like...
I didn't want to leave empty-handed. So I made out with another woman
Yeah,
that you've worked with before.
yeah,
we know.
yeah, she's lovely, yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely and gorgeous, and Kat was in the background
I
behind.
literally, I
going,
was going like this. I was going like this as it happened.
Yeah, and that's because for her it's easy because she doesn't care about him. He could sleep with 100 women, it wouldn't bother her, whereas clearly he still cares about her, and he can do it with other women because he feels probably angry at her for doing it, which is why it's easier for him to do it, but he would only want both of them to be together, whereas she just doesn't care whatsoever. Just whatever happens, because she already didn't care about him for a while.
Make it rain. And yeah, we've met some other couples,
But more privately.
and that's where like the intimate like couple swapping works a bit better. It's like come dine with me, but with a better ending.
How many people have you slept with?
Maybe just over 30 people.
Before starting OnlyFans, I slept with probably about 15 people, but since then it's probably added about 10 different girls to it.
You probably know your answer.
On more than last year.
I don't know, I must have slept with at least like 30, 40, 50 people now.
What's your sex life like?
So I tend to be quite up and down with it. Sometimes I'm like, nope, don't want this at all. And then sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, maybe we can try this, and it's a bit exciting. But it tends to be fairly up and down, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and with
It sounds like she's bored. Yeah.
my health, energy has been an issue. I got diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease. Essentially, my immune system is attacking my joints. So it leads to pain, stiff joints, fatigue. He sounds very knowledgeable.
He does.
Sounds like he's been through some shit.
Certainly does.
I think it's our sex life
He just eats a garbage diet. That's clear anyway.
probably improved since last year.
Probably a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm on different medication now. Less pain, more energy. Did also figure something out recently. You become more attracted to me
Yeah.
when I'm happy.
I get very affected by your emotions.
And you
It's pretty clear that he has low testosterone, just because he looks at his wife getting, you know what, that alone already says it, but also just the way he talks. He said that he's low energy, again, low testosterone. That's one of the reasons anyway, and clearly in this case, it's the main one. And yeah, he's sick because of the diet, and he has low testosterone because of the diet. If he would change his diet, he would start eating raw meat. That would change him a lot. His wife simply doesn't find him attractive because the guy is sick, for sure biochemically sick. He's just not hormonally really a man.
fell in love with me because of my,
Sense of humour,
yeah.
very much so.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's what you fall in love with. The humor. Danny DeVito, the funny guy. Every girl loves him.
When you're down, you're not as funny.
How has Rob's illness affected your relationship?
Well, it's changed me. Used to be a lot happier.
I feel like it's sort of like an acceptance
Yeah, but now you're even more depressed because of what's going on, obviously.
process for both of us, I guess. It's sort of mourning a life that we could have had. I think I've
Pretty much come to terms with it.
Yeah, you got to grieve the life you had, the life you would have had. You got to grieve for the body that you had. So you fluctuate through the stages of grief. It's almost like a nice reminder watching that to like see the progress in myself. Still good and bad days, but better days.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for?
I am very grateful for my family. They mean the absolute world to me. They're very supportive. And yeah, I honestly don't know what I'd do without them. And Joss. Oh, dear.
What are you grateful
That just said everything.
for now?
I am very grateful for Rob being there, supporting me through everything.
I'm grateful that she's found this career because it helps us. The money takes pressure off me. Yeah, I'm grateful.
But you work in IT. How could you really have monetary problems as possible?
For everything she does.
Alright, let's sum up this video. She doesn't find him attractive. I don't know if she ever did. I don't know how long they've been together. But for sure now, she does not. That's why she shows off her body. And the only reason you show off your body, as a woman or as a man, the reason you try to look really good is because you're looking for a mate. And the more makeup a girl uses, the more she dresses up, or in this case, dresses down, the more she shows off her natural so-called body, the more she wants this attention from the other gender, and the more she wants to reproduce with somebody else in this case. That's all that it's about. That's when you can know that your relationship is obviously as bad as it can get. If your girl is walking around showing off parts of her body, you go and meet some guys for whatever reason, and she tries to look as good as possible, specifically then she wants this attention from these guys. If she only wants attention from you and you're enough, if she actually finds you attractive, which means that she loves you, then she wouldn't obviously do that. She may try to look good for you, but there would be no specific occasions, especially when you meet other men, that she would try to look especially good on that day. And if you do OnlyFans, and obviously if you do any kind of porn, then that's it. It's already over, and you probably already knew that it's been over for a while. I don't think that there's even any real solution to this relationship, except if he would start eating raw meat and completely change himself hormonally. But even then, do you really want to be together with somebody who's been doing OnlyFans? Maybe he would. Maybe they've been together for super long and he just wants to still try it out. But obviously that's not gonna happen. He's gonna keep eating his seeds and vegetables and soy and whatever, and he's gonna stay the same and probably get even worse. Lower energy, lower testosterone, more sick, and she is a girl. She's probably the same age as him, but because she's a girl, she will be able to get access to younger guys, fitter guys, healthier guys who still haven't deteriorated, and she will just be together with them and use him for cuddling, maybe, if even that, some kind of support, maybe his humor, maybe his money, whatever he earns in IT, even though her salary is probably even better at this point anyway. But it always helps. She can buy some extra stuff. That's probably all that's going on here. And you can't even have bigger red flags than this. If a girl comes up to you one day and says, what do you think if I will do OnlyFans or if I start doing porn? It's literally just her wanting to be intimate with other human beings. Then you can just know that it's over. If you still try to cling on to this kind of so-called relationship, then you're really desperate. Then yeah, he seemed very desperate. He seems very weak, not masculine whatsoever. That's why he can't let go of her, even though a normal man would already notice these red flags prior to that happening. And if not, when she does come to you and say that, then it would be just bye-bye, straight up, just, yeah, okay, bye. OnlyFans? Okay, bye, yeah. There's a door. Yeah, get the fuck out. Yeah. You want to be intimate with other human beings. You don't like me, you don't find me attractive anymore. Same if a man would do it, right? Same thing, but as I said, just because she doesn't care about him, she wouldn't even think about it or relate to it. She doesn't care if he sleeps with other women. Why would she if she doesn't care about him? But that's why he minds it. Thanks for watching.